Hi guys, today I'm excited to give you my spoiler-free review for Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now, before we dive into it, if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second, hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this. Okay, let's dive into it. Let's talk about Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Hey, Tessa from MamasGeeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. So I feel like I need to preface this review by saying that I fully enjoyed the first Venom movie. I went into it expecting to have a whole lot of fun with one of my favorite and most brutal comic book characters. And do you know what I got? Exactly what I was expecting. Now, Tom Hardy goes fully into Eddie Brock, and I love that. I feel like he puts his heart and soul into this character, and that's something that continues into Venom, Let There Be Carnage. This story is a whole lot of fun. Now, if you did not enjoy the banter between Venom and Eddie in the first one, chances are you're not going to like the second one because, well, they double, maybe even triple down on that. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought that stuff was super fun from the first movie, so I really loved all of it in this, and I mean all of it. Like, there's so much of it. And of course, I'm remaining spoiler free, so I don't want to get into full on details, but let's just say when you hear Andy Serkis say that, well, Venom Let There Be Carnage is a love story between Eddie and Venom, well, it kind of is a love story between Eddie and Venom. I mean, there's actually several love stories going on throughout this 90-minute movie, and well, all of them, pretty much all of them, had me in my feels. There's a moment where I got a little teary, and I was actually pretty surprised at myself for getting teary about that because I normally don't go that far. But speaking of just the love story aspect of this, right, you've got Venom and Eddie, and I mean, really, this is all about them becoming even more symbiotic, right? More in tune with each other and more starting to appreciate each other. I mean, they're stuck with each other constantly all the time. So, of course, there's going to be some issues there, as there is with any relationship, but especially one where one of them is like living inside the other one, right? So that's great. I really enjoy them together. I think they're a lot of fun. And their relationship that we saw in the first movie just really continues and gets even crazier and wilder and more volatile. They have major fights, which are so much fun to watch, by the way. Like, there's a fight between the two of them in Eddie's apartment that is just like an absolute blast to enjoy and take in. But speaking of the fights, there's an incredible fight between Carnage and Venom. Of course, we all expected this to happen. And of course, it takes place on a dark and stormy night to make it even more, a little bit horror, right? There's some horror elements in here, which I definitely was a fan of. But that fight is so big and so massive and so much fun that this thing begs to be seen on the big screen. I mean, if you just enjoy comic book crazy off-the-wall fights and you want to see it look between two visually stunning symbiotes that, like, are really amazing to watch, then go see this thing in IMAX. Trust me. You guys, one of the things I loved about the first movie was the symbiote kind of moving. Like, when you were close up on Venom, you could see it still moving. It wasn't just a hard shell. It wasn't just there. It wasn't just a costume. And of course, they have that in this as well as with Carnage, which is really freaking awesome. And let's talk about Carnage for a minute, you guys. Woody Harrelson is phenomenal in this. We talk about Tom Hardy putting his all into his character. Well, Woody Harrelson does the same thing. I mean, he is full on bone-chilling psychopath in this, and I just freaking loved it. He's a lot of fun, and he's a lot of fun as Carnage, right? He's got a screw loose, or a couple of screws loose, and let me tell you, he portrays it so well. Now, if you've read about Cletus Cassidy in the comic books, you know he is a stone-cold psychopathic killer, and that is exactly what Woody Harrelson portrays. Okay, he's a lot of fun. So yes, we get some quips from him to Eddie, and then of course we've got the Eddie and Venom quips as well. You've got the detective in the mix. We've got Shriek in the mix now, so, which I absolutely love. I think she was done really, really well. Another phenomenal actor, just fully diving into the role. I mean, there is so much to enjoy about this movie, and guys, it is just 90 minutes long, and that is really, truly the perfect length for it, okay? It did not need to be any longer, and I know there's been a lot of talk about it being PG-13. Now, would this have been better as R-rated? I don't know. Maybe. Very possibly. I mean, I would love to see Venom R-rated. I would absolutely love to see Venom R-rated. If you know me, you know that. You know I love gore. You know I love blood. And I love Venom, so I would love to see him literally biting people's heads off with blood squirting everywhere. That would be amazing, especially when you have someone like Carnage, right? But they pulled it off well in the PG-13 package, and now I feel confident enough to be able to take my children to see it too, which I'm really excited about because we are a Marvel family and they really enjoy the first Venom. I'm really excited for them to see this Venom as well. Again, it's just 90 minutes long and it's just a complete blast from beginning to end. I really don't know how else to describe it except it's fun. You know, you don't go in there expecting this thing to win all the Oscars, but go in there expecting to laugh, to see some really cool action, and just to have a good time. And that's what you are going to get. Now, that mid-credit scene, you guys, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. I will do another video on that, so be sure to come back for that. But what I will say is it will have you screaming. It will have you theorizing. I know, WandaVision taught us to never theorize again. Well, throw that out the window because you're going to start theorizing again. Listen, I know. I saw the movie last night, and I'm still theorizing. So listen, I think this movie deserves to be seen on the big screen because it's a lot of fun. The fight between Carnage and Venom is completely epic. It's got those horror elements to it, but it's hilarious. It is like a buddy comedy love story. That's the best way to describe Venom, and it's an absolute freaking blast. So allow yourself to just go have a good time and watch this thing. And again, visually stunning, right? I love the symbiotes. I'm a big fan of that, and I can't wait to see what's more of this. More of this world. I want more. I want another Venom. I want more of Venom. I'm just excited. I loved it. You guys let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What's my score? I give Venom Let There Be Carnage a 3.5 out of 5. Listen, if you liked the first one, you're probably going to like this one. If you didn't like the first one, you're probably not going to like this one. They took what I loved and what some people loved about the first one and just double, tripled down on it. It's a lot of fun. The banter is fun. It's just an absolute freaking blast. Go enjoy yourselves. If you have an IMAX theater near you that you feel comfortable going to, I highly recommend seeing this one on the biggest screen possible. It's so much fun. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at MamasGeeky over there. MamasGeeky. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.